Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. If you've been shopping for a mattress anytime in the last few years, there's a good chance you've heard of Nectar. They're one of the fastest growing mattress brands around, and this mattress I'm on right here is their original, their kind of flagship model, but it's actually the third iteration of the design of this model that they just released in 2021. We're going to take you through and give you our take on the new design of the Nectar mattress. Stick around. So in case you've never seen one of our videos before or been to our website, GoodBed.com, the number one thing you need to know about mattresses is that they're highly personal. This means that a mattress that is truly terrible for me can be excellent for you and vice versa. Therefore, as a mattress shopper, what you need to focus on is not whether a mattress is holistically good or bad, but rather how does it perform in terms of what we call the 3 Fs: fit, feel, and features. Fit is about finding a mattress that matches your body in terms of your weight, your body shape, and your preferred sleep positions. Think of it like buying a pair of pants. Feel is about the characteristics of a mattress that are not better or worse. They're simply a better or worse fit for your personal preferences. Features are characteristics of a mattress that actually can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. So this is how we perform all of our testing and also how we organize our reviews. So let's start with fit, because that's really the most important of the 3 Fs, since it's what determines the 2 things that everybody has to get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. Back support being keeping your spine in a proper neutral alignment while you're sleeping, and pressure relief being the thing that helps your capillaries from not getting blocked during the night, which is cause for tossing and turning and other sleep disruptions. Now, when we evaluated the Nectar mattress on these criteria, what we found was that, number one, it's definitely going to be the best fit for side sleepers in general. Back sleepers was also pretty good. Stomach sleepers was the least positive fit. In general as well, we found that it's a better fit for lighter sleepers than for heavier sleepers. So when you translate all that, what we found in general was that most side sleepers would be pretty well served by this, with the only exception being perhaps the heaviest of side sleepers might find that their midsections are sinking a little too far in, even more than you might want. But overall, we thought side sleepers are going to be pretty well served from a spinal alignment standpoint. With back sleepers, again, we felt pretty good, but we probably would say the heaviest back sleepers might find a little bit of hammocking in that midsection. With stomach sleepers, it was kind of the opposite. Well, not the opposite, but we would extend our concern down to lighter stomach sleepers. So for example, me, someone of my weight, I weigh not quite 200 pounds, and I felt that I probably would not want to be a regular stomach sleeper on this mattress. It's fine if I'm just occasionally on my stomach, but if I'm a regular stomach sleeper, I felt like a little too much bowing in the lower end of my back due to my midsection sinking too far into the mattress. And so we probably would recommend this only for the lightest of stomach sleepers. In terms of why that is, by the way, and how this has changed from previous versions of the Nectar that we've reviewed, one thing that's interesting is they changed the configuration, so there's now an extra inch of memory foam at the top of the mattress, which is very soft. It's a very soft memory foam that they use, and that provides more sinkage. And as a result of that, you get better conformance, which is great for side sleeping because your pointy parts can get a little further into the mattress, but it's not as good when your heaviest parts can also get a little further into the mattress. That's not as good for stomach sleepers because the bowing of the back is kind of the worst thing that could happen for a stomach sleeper. That leads to back pain. So that's kind of one thing we noticed. And likewise, that additional conformance, both the pro and the con of that, is probably accentuated a little bit by the base layer of foam that they used. Seems to be a little softer than what they've used in the past. So as a result of all those factors, that's kind of how we came to the conclusions we did regarding fit. In terms of pressure relief, this is really only going to be a major consideration for people who spend a significant amount of time on their side. That's the position where your body's weight is distributed over the smallest surface area, and you're likely to encounter the biggest problems in like your shoulder or your hips. We found in general that, like with all the previous versions of the Nectar mattress, the pressure relief here is very good. So overall, I think that you're not going to find a huge amount of problems here. The one consideration here is, again, if you're heavier, or the heavier you are, or the curvier you are, the more pointy your parts are, if you will, the more likely you are to sink through the memory foam, as well as perhaps even through the transition layer finding yourself on some of the firmer foams down below. Basically, the further you sink in, the firmer the foams get, so the less the pressure relief that you're getting. So again, it's probably, the pressure relief is not going to be as good for the heavier sleepers as it will be for the lighter sleepers. So that's what we found in terms of the fit characteristics of this mattress. So now let's switch to feel. And again, these are characteristics that cannot be better or worse. They can only be better or worse for you and your personal preferences. The first of these is softness. And in terms of the softness, we would characterize this one as a medium on our softness spectrum. It's probably right about in the middle. Now, if you watch our overview that we've done of the Nectar product line, at that point, I was feeling like the version of the Nectar I was testing then was maybe right on the cusp of medium firm and medium. Having had a chance to test a second version in a slightly different room temperature, I would say this is pretty much a medium. So I settled in on this is a medium. I would sort of reiterate though what I noted in the other video, which is that this is gotten a little firmer than the original version, certainly the first version of Nectar mattresses that we tested, and maybe just a hair firmer than the second version that we tested a couple years ago. In terms of the softness, it's generally, you're going to get most of the softness from that top layer of memory foam. As you get into the mattress more, it does firm up, but the top layer is quite soft. The second feel characteristic is what we call cushioning depth, which I think of as the difference between a sense of being hugged or cradled by the mattress versus a sense of kind of floating above the mattress. And this is one that kind of leans more towards the former of those two. We think of it in terms of how far you sink into the mattress, which certainly in the case of the Nectar is a little deeper than average and even deeper than the past version, the last version we tested a couple years ago. A little bit more sinkage now, again, having to do with the fact that there's an additional inch of memory foam on the top of this mattress. And the second characteristic is kind of how much it conforms to your body, particularly your pointy parts, which again, on account of the change in construction, has increased a little bit. It's a little bit more conforming to your pointy parts as you lie on your side, for example. Your shoulder can get a little further into the mattress. So we'd say it's definitely more conforming than average. And the point elasticity is another thing we look at, just like how closely does it conform to your body. This is actually an area where I would say the Nectar mattress is surprisingly, it has more of a shallow bowl than you might expect for some of the materials used in this mattress. But nonetheless, on balance, this is certainly a little bit deeper cushioning than average, and even a little bit deeper than the previous version that we tested. The third feel characteristic is what degree of memory feel it has, which is that sort of slow responsiveness, both in reacting to your body and recovering from when your body leaves the mattress. And in this case, this is a definite change here. The memory foam they're using here is a lot quicker responding than in the past. So overall, this is a mattress that has, I would say, less than an average amount of memory feel. And that's compared to all mattresses, not just memory foam mattresses. When you look at mattresses these days, the majority of them have some memory foam in them. So the average amount of memory foam is above zero, even for across all mattresses, and this falls below that. And that's because of the fact that this is a quick responding memory foam. You basically really don't see any delayed recovery to speak of. And even the delayed responsiveness when you lie down on it, it's subtle. So there is some memory feel, but not a whole lot of that quicksandy type feeling that you do get on some mattresses, and not a lot of that slow melting into the bed sensation. So depending on whether you view that as a positive or a negative, you should be aware either way that this is not a mattress that has a ton of that. And the last feel characteristic is bounce, and this is something that hasn't changed from one version of the Nectar to the next. Really, this is a mattress that consistently does not have a lot of bounce. Whether you're talking about at the top of the mattress or even what we call the mid-level bounce, where we drop a bowling ball down on the mattress, or the deep bounce where I plop my full 200 pounds down on the mattress. No matter how you think about bounce, this is not a mattress that has a lot of bounce. Now let's get into the features of the Nectar mattress. And now again, these are the things that can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. The first of these is motion isolation, which, as you may know, is the degree to which the mattress is able to dampen the effects of motion that has happening on one side of the mattress for the person who's on the other side of the mattress. So good for people who sleep with a partner or have pets or kids joining them during the night. And this is an area where the Nectar mattress definitely excels. This, I would say, is exceptional motion isolation. We found that no matter what kind of disturbance we put on one side of the mattress, very, very little was transferred to the other side. The next feature is temperature, or the ability of a mattress to keep you cool during the night, which can be really important, particularly if you have a tendency to sleep hot. And in general, what we would say is that if this is an area of particular concern for you, there are probably other types of mattresses just categorically that might be a better match for you, that might offer more airflow and other characteristics that might help keep you cool during the night. That being said, if you know that you want a memory foam mattress, for example, an all foam memory foam mattress like this one, there are a couple features that Nectar added, particularly to this latest version, that you might find appealing on this front. Now, one thing is that the top layer of foam here is a gel memory foam. If you've seen other videos we've done, we've talked about gel being a conductor that can help pull heat away from your body. That being said, in this case, that's not actually one of the claims that Nectar is making about this mattress. And my supposition as to the reason why is that there's just not enough gel in this particular formulation of memory foam to be material in this regard. But nonetheless, there could be some benefit to you in that area. The second thing that, and maybe the more important thing about temperature in this particular case, is that in this latest version of the mattress, they've done something with the cover to give it more of a coolness to the touch. What they've done here is that they've added a polyethylene fiber to the weave. Now, relative to just a traditional fabric or fiber, polyethylene is a denser material. It's got a higher molecular weight. Basically, it's going to have a coolness to the touch relative to a normal fabric, in the same way that marble, a very dense material, has more of a coolness to the touch relative to wood, for example, a less dense material. So adding a little bit of that polyethylene fiber does give it a little bit of coolness to the touch, which can also help just with that initial sensation of coolness as you get into bed. The next feature is edge support, which we would generally point out is not a particular strength of mattresses of this general construction type, and the Nectar mattress is not really an exception here. We did test this in a couple different ways. When I'm lying on my back on the edge of the mattress in a supine position, for the vocab sticklers out there, the mattress can hold me in that position, but I'm leaning a little bit, and you start to feel the memory foam take effect a little bit there. But you particularly notice that as I sit on the edge of the mattress, if I were to be tying my shoes, doing a mattress review, you generally find that you get quite a bit of sinkage on that edge. So in general, we'd say the edge support here is manageable, but it's certainly not a strength of this mattress. The next feature is ease of repositioning, which some people do get legitimately concerned about, particularly when they're looking at a memory foam mattress like this. And in this case, I would say we did not find ease of repositioning to be a big challenge here. It's still not as good as some mattresses, so it's not maybe at the top of our list in this area, but nonetheless, as memory foam mattresses go, we found ease of repositioning to be pretty good. Another area of concern for some mattress shoppers is the use of natural materials, or maybe more particularly, just the lack of harmful chemicals. In this area, this is not a natural mattress, first of all. There's in fact no real natural components here to speak of, so that's not really a focal point of the design of this mattress, first and foremost. But if you are concerned simply about harmful chemicals, then there is one thing that you can take some reassurance from here, which is that all the foams in this mattress are certified to the CertiPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials from the foams in the mattress, and basically certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. So that's something that you can take some reassurance from in this area. The next thing we look at is adjustable base compatibility, which is increasingly important as more and more people are looking at adjustable bases these days. And in this area, we look at three things. The first thing we look at is it going to damage the mattress in any way or void its warranty to use it on an adjustable base? And in this case, certainly the answer is no. It's fully designed to be used in this way. The second thing we look at is how well does the mattress conform to the curves of an adjustable base, particularly when the base is in a kind of fully articulated upright position. And in this case, we'd say the Nectar mattress did very well in this test. And in fact, this is an area where it really improved over the previous version. We noticed in the previous version, on account of the fact that the support foam was a little firmer, a little stiffer, that the mattress kind of didn't want to bend as much. Now, because they changed that layer, it's softer, It also makes the mattress more flexible in terms of its use on an adjustable base. The third thing we look at is, does anything weird happen when you're actually using it on an adjustable base? We look at the sides. Do the sides bow out? Do you have bunching in the quilt area, or is something uncomfortable under your seat when you've got it in a articulated position? And we really did not see any of those types of issues with the Nectar mattress. So overall, we would say the adjustable base compatibility here is excellent. Now, three things that are going to be important anytime you're buying a mattress, particularly online, are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In terms of delivery, if you're buying this mattress directly from Nectar, like through their website, they do offer free delivery to your doorstep. Now, in that case, you'd be responsible for getting the mattress, of course, from there into your bedroom, unboxing it, etc. Now, if you want Nectar to help you with that last step, it does come in about a 100-pound box, about the size of a mini fridge. So it's going to take a couple people to move that. If you want their help doing that, taking it out of the box, removing not only the packaging but also your old mattress, they do offer a white glove service for $149 that does include all of that. And of course, if you buy this mattress through a local store, that's likely to be part of what that local store offers as well. In terms of return policy, Nectar offers a very generous 365-day in-home trial period, which basically means you have a whole year to sleep on this mattress to decide if you like it. They do ask, the one thing they do ask is that you sleep on it for at least 30 days before you return it, just to give your body time to adjust to the new mattress. In terms of warranty, Nectar offers what they call a forever warranty. And before I get into how the forever warranty works, I should clarify that the number one most important thing you should look for in a mattress warranty is how they define an acceptable body impression. In other words, what qualifies as a warranty defect in terms of the amount of dip that there has to be in a mattress. And in the case of the Nectar mattress, they define that to be an 1.5 inch impression. And these are always measured when there's no one on the mattress. Now, as memory foam mattresses go, that's a deeper impression than is probably standard for the category of memory foam mattresses. It's pretty standard for an inner spring mattress, but not as standard for memory foam. So it takes a lot to get to 1.5 inches for a memory foam mattress. Just bear that in mind. That being said, here's how the forever warranty works. Basically, for the first 10 years after you receive the mattress, if there is a warranty defect, then they will replace the mattress free of charge with one of equal or greater value. If after the 10 years period is over, really 10 years to forever, basically the only two things that change are if you send the mattress back to them saying there's a warranty defect and they find that there isn't a warranty defect, then you're going to pay a $50 each way shipping charge. And the second difference is that in that 10 years and beyond time frame, they have the option, if they want, to repair the mattress rather than replace it. But otherwise, you have the same protection really going out to forever as you do in those first 10 years. So that certainly is something that you could take some reassurance from in this case. So now let's get into what's actually in a Nectar mattress. We cut this one open so you can see the insides, and in total, you're talking about a 12-inch mattress, a 12-inch profile here with 3 layers. The top layer is a 3-inch layer of what they call gel memory foam. Then the second layer is a transition layer. It's kind of just a softer, medium soft polyurethane foam. Then you have a base layer, 7-inch support foam, just a polyurethane foam core. A couple other things about the memory foam. One, I want to note it's very soft. So this is where a lot of that surface softness in the mattress comes from, is this top layer. Another is that it's very quick responding as memory foam goes. You can see it's almost instantaneous. So again, that ties back to some characteristics that we've shown you elsewhere in this video. This layer here is, this transition layer is, like I said, kind of a medium soft. Obviously, not really any memory foam, although it actually has, I would say this has no delay, but given how fast the top layer is, they're almost the same on that front. But generally speaking, this we wouldn't classify as a memory foam. And this foam base layer is relatively soft as foam base layers go, and I believe it's softer than the previous version of the Nectar that we tested. So that ties to some of the characteristics that we've shown you elsewhere in the video as well. And also I think it's worth noting that This, relative to the last version we tested, a couple things that changed. One thing is that they added an inch to the height. That's, I think, principally in the base layer. The other is that they changed the top layer. Used to be 2 inches of memory foam with a 3-inch transition layer. Now it's 3 inches of memory foam with a 2-inch transition layer. So I think that also ties to some of the characteristics that we've shown you elsewhere in the video, particularly in terms of how much sinkage you have. So this soft layer of memory foam being an extra inch gives you more sinkage and more conformance than you had before. And of course, all that is wrapped in this cover, which, as we mentioned, has a polyethylene fiber built into it. It's got a little bit of stretch, as you can see here. Nice, sturdy, well-built cover. So there you have it, the materials and construction of the Nectar mattress. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. And this is typically where we tend to look at what's in the mattress, how long do we think it's going to last, and then kind of size all that up relative to the price. In the case of what's in this mattress, talking about a 12-inch all-foam mattress, it has really what we would consider to be 3 inches of a premium comfort material, which is that memory foam right up at the top of the mattress. In terms of how long we think it's going to last, this is the tricky part. We tend to have to rely on foam densities as our best, albeit imperfect, predictor of longevity. And if I had to pick out a concern with the Nectar mattress, it would probably be with the density of that top layer of memory foam, which is not quite as high as some other memory foam mattresses, albeit ones that tend to go at higher price points. So in terms of how all that adds up relative to the price of this mattress, first of all, you're going to want to check the link. If you're not already watching this video on our website, we're going to put a link in the description of the video to where you can get to a page on our website where we're going to have not only the latest price of the Nectar mattress, but also the best available discount right now on this mattress. We always make sure to keep that information up to date on our website. So check that, especially because it's important context to note that right now prices are changing rapidly across the mattress industry. Really, ever since the start of the pandemic, the entire industry has been under massive supply chain disruption. Everything from the raw materials costs to the labor costs to the shipping costs, all of those have been increasing. And as a result, pretty much every mattress brand has been increasing their prices, and in many cases, they've increased them multiple times just since the start of the pandemic. Now, against that backdrop, I want to point out that Nectar, at least thus far, has kept their prices relatively stable and constant. And one way you can think about that is that it's essentially a relative decrease in their prices. And so, again, when I add all this up, I would say that relative to what's in this mattress and how long we think it's going to last and the current price, overall, I would say Nectar is a pretty good value. So just to sum up some of the things we've talked about here today, the Nectar mattress, it's a 12-inch all-foam mattress we would characterize as having gel memory foam over foam construction. We talked about how, from a fit standpoint, this is going to be a better fit for a side sleeper than it will for a stomach sleeper. Back sleepers being somewhere in between, but overall, pretty good match for this. We talked about how generally it's going to be a better fit for lighter sleepers than it will certainly relative to the heaviest sleepers. And we also talked about how, from a feel standpoint, it's a mattress that has, number one, surprisingly little memory feel, especially for a memory foam mattress. We talked about how the softness, about a medium, kind of in the middle of the softness spectrum, and from a cushioning depth standpoint, offers a little bit more of that hugged or cradled sensation in this mattress, and bounce, really none to speak of. And we also talked about how, from a feature standpoint, it's a mattress that has very good adjustable base compatibility as well as excellent motion isolation. So, if these characteristics sound like they're a good match for your personal needs, preferences, and priorities, then we definitely think that the Nectar mattress is one that you should consider. So that's it. We hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Nectar mattress is the right mattress for you. But if you're still not sure, we recommend you go to GoodBed.com and take the GoodBed quiz. This quiz will take a detailed assessment of all of the needs, preferences, and priorities that we talked about in this video. And ultimately, we'll search across both online options as well as ones available in your local store to show you options that are the best match for you personally. We fundamentally believe that this is hands down the best starting point for any mattress shopper. So thanks for watching, and we hope you sleep well.